of those games that test your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the Cincinnati Bearcats taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Cincinnati's offense will get the first crack at it here. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and it just, you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes out front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Here's the handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Michigan's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground. And they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Open space at the 25. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for an open man on second down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here. So
he's got it down the left. Got a lot of running room. And the deep. took it all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oklahoma State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Pokes team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Pressure coming. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man, and they convert.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
No good. And here in the first quarter, we remain tied. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Yeah, and you see they keep creeping the running backs out in the flat. And right there, he slips them out to the right, gets him the football quickly. But this defense, man, I'll tell you what, you talk about speed, seeing things, reacting, and going and getting them on the ground. Really nice job.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And they swarm him under.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Soft spot in the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Got enough space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. The returner will field it and try to do some business. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They were really starting to put a drive together, and after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misfire, now on second down. He wants to throw it again. Feeling some heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got his man, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return. Down. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone, or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does. And his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
And the Bearcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. And the Wolverines are on the move. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that pass picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
They're trying. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. get it to your running back and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, he drops to throw. Going up top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And it's no good. He missed it. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Got his man quickly. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Wide open downfield. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They keep attacking through the air. Gets it out fast. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, just keeps firing. Complete in the middle. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Here they come on 2nd and 3 from the 20. They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll keep it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're looking for an advantage to the right.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the move. Running with power. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers.
Running toward the tape. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. That they can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? The give to the tailback. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. Working the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. To the air on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They're going to throw it again. He's got him this time. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Bearcats are in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap on third down. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that first down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot of maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got it down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Bruce, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The back goes in motion. He wants to throw here on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take